Hello YouTube, this is Callum from Try Paladins. Hope you're all doing well. As requested, this is a updated deck profile of my Rorowa. This has the promo order proxy still. I haven't received them yet, and the proxies for set 8 now that they've been announced. I figured it's about time we do an update. So starting off, my red line, still not really any difference, just the fact is all just been SP'd, and yeah, that's not really changed and never will. Starting with Grey Freeze, as typical, Persona Ride copies of For Once Precious Thing Rorowa. We all know the skills by now of that one. Next, I am running 3 copies of Resolute Pair of Eyes. So for those who don't know what this order does yet, is a set order for Rorowa. You basically play it with a Counterblast 1 and you retire a rearguard, which majority of the time is going to be a plant token. This is best played on either your first Grey Free or first Persona Ride. When it's been placed, you can search your deck for a copy of Radiolina, which obviously with the new one out, you can search for either the original Grade 2 or the new one, which is out in a set 8, and as well is continuous. Back row only, all token units get plus 5k power, and they do stack, so with 3 copies it'll be plus 15 to the back row units, which helps for the Momiki token, which reduce your rearguard retiring skills. Next is 4 copies of the brand new Radiolina, Grade 3, Unwavering Flame Sword Radiolina. Apologies. So, skill, at the beginning of your main phase, if you do not have a Momiki token, you just call it, which is much better than the Grade 2 of a Counterblast. Its glitter skill is from hand, act skill, auto skill, sorry. At the end of the battle, your rearguard with Radiolina in its card name, which also accounts for the Grade 3 as well, attacked. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, cost, retire 1 each of your rearguards with Radiolina in its card name and a Momiki token, call this to a rearguard circle, and increase this unit's power by the power of Momiki token, retire for the cost of the ability. So, for instance, you could have the Grade 2 and the Momiki token, attack with them, and obviously if you had, say for instance in my case, I have a habit of drive tracking the over trigger, I give the 100 million Momiki. When you retire Momiki, whatever power it is then retired gets added onto this, which is just more aggressive play. And that's it for my Grade 3s. For Grade 2s, I am running 4 Drag Ritter of Flame Blossoms Radiolina, because 4 is a must-have, or you could run 3, but 4 is just better because you have a better chance of searching for it with the order and a better chance of drawing into them. So you should all know what it does. I don't think I really need to go into explaining the skills. I'm also running 3 copies of Pollen Rathalos. Again, hopefully you should all know what they do. If not, it is simple, just Counterblast 1, call up to 2 plant tokens. So if you have 1 open space and you have no solve for Grade 3 Rorowa skill, then you can just use a Counterblast and call 1 token, it's fine. Next, I'm running 3 copies of Tear Knight Fletch, solely because of its skill. Basically, when this unit attacks a Grade 3 Vanguard, it can get power plus 5k for each token you have on the field, which means it can hit high numbers, especially on a Persona Ride and consistent front triggers drive checks as well. So it's there. For Grade 1s, I'm running 2 copies of the new Grade 1 order, To the Shining Stage. So you play this with a Soul Blast 1. If you have a Vanguard with Rorowa in its card name, choose up to one card from your drop with a grade equal to or less than your Vanguard and call it to rearguard. So, in instance, if you're on a grade 3, if you're a grade 3 roller, you can either call a grade 3 or a grade 2 unit. And then, if you have a rearguard or radiolina in its card name, you can call plant token, which is so helpful, especially when you need to build a board for using Rorowa's defense skills. Next, I'm running 2 copies of Signpost Fairy. New one from set 8, same with the Shining Stars and the Radiolina. Skill is simple. If this unit is retired from rearguard circle by card effect, you can choose up to one grade 1 or less unit and give it 10k, which basically is just going to be Momiki token, and you can just give 10k to Momiki token, which also more powerful. Combo it with the grade 3 Radiolina for just more high damage numbers. Next, I'm running 2 Stepping Calcs Salvia, solely just for when I'm on grade 3, call it plant token. It's just for plant tokens, the more tokens the better. And then I'm running 4 PGs, which are the effect PGs as we call them. I'm running 3 Planar Prevent Dragons and the new Custodial Dragon. My pronunciations are bad, I do apologise. Which is basically, if you have 2 or more cards in your hand, you discard a card from your hand. If you have 2 cards and this being one of them, you don't discard. For triggers, I have obviously Stoic Over Trigger, the most broken over trigger in the entire game. Can't argue against it. I'm running 4 Frenzied Aeris, the effect fronts for shield value. I'm also running 2 Grudgeful Hatchets, so I'm running a total of 6 front triggers, which depending how I feel, I do switch them out to make either 6 fronts or 6 crits. I'm running, if I can grab them, 3 Serene Maiden Lina, just mainly to use as discard fodder for my red line. I sometimes use them as shield, but majority of the time it's just for my red line. 2 copies of Aspiring Maiden Alana, the effect crits. I very rarely use them, but to be honest, I think I should, because it is a soul blast heavy deck. Which basically, when this unit is when the unit after the attack boosted, shove this to soul, give a rearguard unit, choose a unit, gets 2k power. Next, I'm running 2 Zipsophilia Fairy Asher, the restand effect heals, because a lot of decks I go against do have restands, so high shield is good. And I'm also running 2 Alchemic Hedgehogs for the same reason Asher. I do face a lot of decks that have inherent crits from skills. So, as for tokens, it should be self-explanatory. Running 1 Momiki token for Radiolina, and then running 5 plant tokens, seeing as there's only 5 rearguard circles. Now, I'm running these ones because I don't like the artwork of the D series, and you can run the V series plant tokens because it only specifically says plant token, so there is no way to, as long as you match the criteria of the power, which are these 5k power, single crit, and that's basically it, because there are the 10k plant tokens that came out in the Callum collection for the new Neo Nectar units, but I can run these in a tournament and it's not a problem. So that's it for my deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, please leave a comment down below. See you soon.